Hey everybody, what is up? First of all, excuse this weird angle, but I cannot be bothered to move right now. As you can tell by the title, I recently got bunion surgery, and I wanted to share that experience with you all, just in case you're interested or at all want to learn more about it or ask me questions. Please feel free to do that always in the comments below. Before we get started, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd really, truly appreciate it. And as I said, this video will be a two-part video. The first part, which is what you'll watch up next, will be pre-surgery. So I'll let you know everything that I needed to do for preparing for my surgery, my research, getting tested for COVID-19 up until the day of my surgery. And then in part two, you'll see me kind of in my day-to-day a couple days after surgery, and I'll let you know what the pain levels are and all of that stuff, which I'm currently vlogging actually right now. Well, I am at Kaiser for my first in-person meeting regarding my bunion surgery. My doctor has already looked at the x-rays and all of that, and today is an in-person meeting to just take a look at the bunions and make sure that the surgery he's recommending is a correct one. They will be only operating on one of my feet, though I have bunions on both. I wish they could just do both at a time, but my doctor says I'd hate him if he let me do that. So they're taking it foot by foot. So I am going to go in there. Hopefully I get to show you a little bit of like what my x-rays look like, but if I don't, I'll find another opportunity. I'm sure I'll get pictures of it, but just a quick plug. I know places are opening up and all that stuff, but wear your masks, people. Bring your hand sanitizer. Like, make sure that you're taking precautions, because just because stuff is starting to open up does not mean that COVID-19 is not still out there. Like, it's still very real, very much still affecting people. So take care of yourselves and pónganse sus máscaras. I walked in. They may take off my shoes and sit here. So just waiting for the doctor now. I made it back from my appointment, but I had a couple of meetings for work, so I took those, and I'm going to give you a little recap about how my appointment went. You know, I got in, I was in there, and I have bunions on both of my feet, which means I don't know how I got them. I just have always had them ever since I can remember. They just now have started to hurt like a beep. So my right foot in particular hurts a lot more than my left one, even though my left bunion is bigger. The reason for that, I learned today, is so my right foot, which is again surgery foot, that one, the angle of the bunion is at about a 13-degree angle, and the left foot is a 15-degree angle. So yes, indeed, my bunion on the left foot is a lot bigger. But the reason it doesn't hurt is because the rest of my toes, so basically imagine like this is the bunion going this way. The rest of my toes are also going this way, so they don't hurt as much because they don't clash. That's my understanding of it. And then my right foot, this bunion's like this. Meanwhile, all of the other toes are straight up, so it's causing friction between the two and just making it so that it hurts super bad. I literally wake up with pain every morning. And what they're going to do is they're going to conduct a chevron surgery, which means essentially they'll take the bunion part of it, make an incision, so they'll cut my bone up and move it over, and then attach my bones back up with a screw, with a metal screw, which will make sure that they are sort of in the correct alignment and get rid of my bunion. So with this surgery, it's the recovery, he said, is I'll be on meds and stuff for about 4 days after surgery, which I think is normal for everything, so I'll be all lela. And then for about a month to 3 months, I'm going to be wearing a boot, and I kind of won't be able to really walk. I'll kind of just do the regular walks that I do, which is none. I bet I'm gonna want to walk and run a lot more when I can't, when I'm deprived from it. But basically 3 to 6 months, I'll be able to walk just a little bit more, like maybe do longer distance walking, and I won't be fully healed until 6 months after surgery. So that's crazy, and I probably should go vegan. I'm actually trying to think about how I can I don't know, because I'm going to literally not be able, like, I won't be able to work out. I mean, I'm hopeful though. I am being optimistic and that maybe I'll have a better healing process than most people, and I'll be able to be back on my feet and running and working out like usual faster. But anyways, I think because of the COVID-19 and everything that's going on, they're trying to limit the amount of times that I actually go into in-person meetings. So they gave me my boot that I'll be wearing. This beautiful, stylish boot. This is what I'll be wearing after surgery. It's cool. I wanted some Birkenstocks anyways, so this is lit. But yeah, this is the boot that I'll be wearing. And they gave me some medicine. Apparently I'll be nauseous and maybe potentially have diarrhea. So that'll be great. But the medicine that they gave me is to prevent some of that from happening. So yeah, so that was the meeting today. I am set to have surgery well, I'm not set for any surgery. They're going to see if I can go to surgery soon. But essentially what's happening is Kaiser has a separate surgery facility right now where they are conducting most of the surgeries to minimize the amount of potential contact with COVID-19. If I am pre-approved for having surgery at that facility, they'll contact me and I can set a date as soon as a week and a half from now. Or my birthday's in July, so I kind of want to do it after my birthday. Not that I can do much during my birthday this time around, but I don't want to be hurting on my birthday. I don't want to be wearing, I don't know, maybe this might be my present to myself, is finally getting rid of that freaking bunion. But yeah, so I'll let you all know when my surgery happens, because I'll talk about it. There's Coco again. But yeah, so anyways, that was my appointment today. And then I left, and I am annoyed because I had to pay $6 for parking. I probably could have asked for a voucher or something and I forgot, but I think it's incredibly freaking stupid when hospitals charge you for parking. Like, why isn't it free? Anyways. And before I go, I think that if you're thinking about bunion surgery or you're nervous about it, first, you can ask me questions. You can comment down below and just ask me them and I will try my best to answer them. Obviously not a pro because I haven't gone through surgery yet, but I can tell you things that I've learned so far. So there's two different kinds of surgeries. The chevron, which is the one that I'm doing, and then there's a different one, and I forget what it's called, but basically that one is a little bit more serious. It's like when you have more of a severe bunion problem. And do not be afraid or nervous to ask the questions that you need to ask. I think that my meeting with my doctor could have probably been a 5 to 10 minute meeting. He literally just touched my feet and told me what was going to happen. But there were a lot of questions that I had, just because you're paying money for this, you're investing in it. You are basically needing to plan your entire life for at least 6 months, in some cases a year, to fully know where you're going to be after this surgery happens. And it's important to ask the questions. I was asking, he let me know, hey, we're going to cut here, and, this is the bone that we're going to operate on. And I was like, okay, well, why not the other surgery? And the reason for it is because just of my state, like where I am. If it was more severe, they'd probably do the other one, and my recovery time would be 6 to a year. I asked, what are the chances of me getting it again, like of this bunion growing, because that does happen. And with my surgery, specifically the screw, there are some cases where people begin to feel it. You feel the screw that's in your toe, and he said that it starts to hurt even more than the bunion did before. So I'm like, what the hell? So I just leave it. But I do think it's a really good investment. And he did say that that's like really, really small chance that it'll happen. And let's say my bunion starts to grow back again, it would likely not happen for another 7 years from when I initially got the surgery. And at that point, if I did have to go back and do corrective surgery, it would be the longer process. So I don't know what I did to be blessed with bunions, but I've been blessed, so it is my calling to get rid of them. But anyways, I encourage you all to ask the questions. That's what the doctors are there for. Right now, it can be a very difficult time to even want to go into the doctors, but they can do virtual meetings. Before this in-person meeting, I actually had a virtual meeting with my doctor, and he shared a screen, he explained the x-rays to me and all of that. In general, I'm just a person that asks a lot of questions, especially when it is something to do with my health. And I haven't always been like that. I usually am like, sure, just do whatever. You're the doctor. I trust you. But it's just important to take ownership of our health in that way and ask the questions that you need to ask to make sure that you are informed about what's going on in your body and what the procedure is going to be. Because who knows, you know, they may make a recommendation, but if you want to go with the other option, like that may be the best option for you. You know, it's all about what you want to do. So ask the questions, ask them why they are recommending what they are recommending. Just, if you're curious about something, they're going to answer it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that really quickly before I let you all go. Okay, so I'm now on my way, or about to be on my way to go get tested for COVID-19, coronavirus. And I have to, as part of the surgery, I have to be tested, I think 3 to 4 days prior to make sure that I obviously don't have it and give it to other people. So should be there in the next 30 minutes. And after that, I will let you all know how it was and what they did. If you've never had a test done before, I'll let you know what the experience was like. So I'm here, but I don't really know if this is where I'm supposed to be. But I see other cars here with masks on and stuff, and the testing station is right there. So I think I am where I'm supposed to be, but I'm kind of nervous and I don't know why. I think the email that they sent me says that it feels like very uncomfortable, but that it'll be really brief and all that. I'm here behind a car and I'm kind of in the way of other cars, but I am not gonna move. Sorry, sir. Yeah, go around me. Yeah, I feel bad. But if this Amazon car would move, then I'd have space to be not in the way. Anyways, I'll let you all know once I'm in there. Oh my God, another car. Ugh. I always feel so awkward. They just came and took my ID and my Kaiser card. I'm getting all of this done through Kaiser. And I just had this thought, like, thank you to all of the essential workers and everybody that's in the medical fields right now. Like, bless you, you know. Thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing. I know it's your job and you have to some extent do it, but I also know that you wouldn't have chosen this career if it wasn't because you want to be helping people. So thank you just so much. I just appreciate you. All right, you guys, that was hella uncomfortable. I have a really sensitive nose, so I thought like my nose was gonna start bleeding. Let me stop and tell you all right now. Basically what they do is they take a swab, they make you blow your nose first. They take a swab and they put it down your throat. And that's kind of, I mean, I have gag reflex, so, you know, whatever, but that was fine. And then they stick that same swab up both of your nostrils, like they go up in there. But it all literally takes maybe less than 20 seconds. So it's uncomfortable for a little bit, but then you get over it. But yeah, that was, like, my nose still kind of hurts. I've always had a problem with bloody noses, so I don't know, I feel like, ouch, that hurt. But it's okay, it didn't hurt like that, like it didn't hurt a lot, it was just super uncomfortable. But they said I will typically you'd get your results 4 to 5 days after you take the test, but because I am getting surgery, mine are going to be expedited. My surgery is on Thursday, today's Sunday, so we'll see. Quick update, I tested negative for COVID-19. So my surgery is happening tomorrow I have to be at the hospital at 9:15 and my surgery starts officially, I think, at 11:15 or 50. Can't remember. But during that time, they'll be doing prep work. I may not be able to film that because I think it'd be awkward to film that, but I'll definitely recap you all afterwards.